Alright, so I'm going to voice over this, just it's easier than trying to talk and do things at the same time. So, first you're going to remove the engine cover. I'll show you how to do that. So remove this panel on top of the snorkel. It pops out, and then there's a clip on either side of the snorkel holding it to the front of the car. Pretty obvious when you have a look. And then just pop the snorkel out of the way. Next you're going to remove the Mk5 connector. Just use a little screwdriver and just wiggle it from side to side to help you pull that clip out. Don't force it. Next you're going to remove the clips that hold the intake pipe onto the cover. This cover has an integrated filter, so you really need it on to start the car properly. And then we're going to pull up on this with quite even pressure until the rubber grommets come off that post. So just don't yank it, just pull it evenly. That pops up, there's two at the front and two at the back, so remove that. Here you can see the PCV, that's the piece we're going to remove, and that round bit is the check valve. We're not going to need this hose here anymore. We can remove that. We're going to connect to a hose down there that goes around the back of the engine into a different part of the intake. This hose is a little bit harder to get off, it's a bit stiff. I used a screwdriver here to help me, and it popped off okay. Okay, you're going to need a Torx bit for this job, and it's a T25 Torx bit. So undo these 4 screws with your Torx bit and put them aside, and then we're going to remove this whole valve assembly. Do it gently so that you don't damage the gasket as you yank it out, but I wiggled it, which seemed to work for me. If you want to try another method, by all means. Yours might come off a little easier than mine. I'm just cleaning up the gasket face, just so that the new plate gets a nice seal there. BSH provide everything you need except for Loctite. You get the blanking plate, the silver nipple, screws and O-rings to do the job. It's a pretty well machined part. I put a little grease on the O-ring just to stop it leaking. And now we're going to fit it up and tighten all these screws up. The screws are going into a plastic intake, so I went in reverse just a little bit to find the original cut that the screw had made, so we didn't lose any purchase on it. Now the O-ring that you get in the kit's not already fitted into this plug. You need to put it in there, and I put some grease in there so that it rolls over the nipple on the intake manifold nicely. You should feel the O-ring roll over this. It should feel good. If it doesn't, pull it out and reset the O-ring and do it again. You don't want this to leak. This is right in your intakes. If you have a vacuum leak here, you're going to know about it. I put a little blue Loctite on these screws just to hold them in place. You don't need to tighten these screws up tight. They just need to hold it against the barb there. I've greased the inside of that nipple so that this will slide in nicely. I was having trouble before, so you'll hear the click. It made it a lot easier. I'm just here with my Allen key, just giving those a little nut, not too tight. And there you go, it's all done. Clean and tidy. We don't need this hose anymore. Keep it if you ever want to put your PCV back. Refit the engine cover, same as reverse. Connect up your snorkel and push your intake hose back on with your clips, and then put the Mk5 connector back. So those of you who've tried this with the PCV in place, you get a big vacuum leak when you fill out the dipstick and the engine will surge. You don't get that with the plate. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps someone.